Hey folks, so on my channel, Rev-Kev and the Root Podcast channel, sometimes we'll do videos, cartoons that are funny or what have you, and sometimes I just go with the flow of how things are going in my spirit. So we have been talking about fruit and trees and things of that nature, and the fruit doesn't fall that far from the tree. And so in my last video, I ended it by talking about a little bit. I was going into the fact about deficits in people and how they try to fill that deficit with things that sometimes are hurtful to other people. I read the other day about a stewardess who uh, kind of like pretended to be, well, it wasn't really a stewardess. It was someone who pretended to be a stewardess, but was not, and was eventually found out. And that's the thing about those deficits, is that eventually the cracks are going to show and things like that. And what I mean with deficits is that people pretend to be something sometimes that they're not, in order because they don't feel as good as someone else, because they don't have those different qualities that the other person has, or they just don't have the qualities that they think they should have. But however, this is a terrible thing, because people pretend to be something that they're not sometimes, in order to cover over or to gloss over or to make themselves feel better about those deficits. But sometimes those things hurt other people, such as somebody, well, just take for instance, if someone pretended to be an airplane pilot but wasn't really an airplane pilot, and everybody else believed them, how well would you think that flight would go? So a deficit really, is means something that is lacking, or to run short, or to fail. And it comes from a compound word, which is D or DE, which means down and away, and facere, which means to do or to make. So, even in politics, those cracks are going to show when that person is really not who they proclaim that they are, or